Today's adventure brings us to Northern California, to the stomping grounds and the birthplace of one of my favorite bands, heading to the East Bay. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. In 1994, I first saw Green Day twice. Once at the beginning of that year in a very small venue with 100 people, but then 6 months later in a concert field, 5,000 plus, cheering them on after the immediate success of Dookie, and have been interested, to say the least, in their music ever since. Inspired me to pick up the bass guitar, start playing, and eventually turned into me being in bands that toured as well. Now, while I do like their entire catalog, I have to say I hold a special place in my heart for the early years. I'm very excited about seeing these locations. I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? For a while they were living in this abandoned warehouse, which is now an art studio. This was the inspiration to write the song Welcome to Paradise. And if you read the lyrics to the chorus, it kind of describes the neighborhood. The area of West Oakland. Pay attention to the cracked streets and the broken homes. Some call it slums, some call it nice. Welcome to Paradise. First impression doesn't look too bad, but I heard in an interview that after nightfall, it's a little worse. You can see downtown off on the horizon, but I'm heading north just a bit. I have to admit, it's kind of weird seeing Gilman Street on a sign in real life on the freeway. There it is, a very historic place. The corner of Gilman and 8th. Pop punk history. Located here. Is this the back door that he met Tim from Operation Ivy and Rancid? Yep. And this is Alex, by the way. He was in a band with me for years and years, and now he lives up in the Bay Area. And his band played here at Gilman. There's a story, and Green Day used to cover an Operation Ivy song, Knowledge, and the story that Billy Joe tells is that right here, when he was very young, he met some of the members from Operation Ivy, and they were very cool to him, and they said, hey, just sneak in the back door, and he never forgot that. And he always played their song for years and years and years in concert. On the opposite side of the building is a canning shop, but on the front side is 924. They call it 924 Gilman because that's the address here on Gilman Street. It's more or less the CBGBs of Northern California, except there is no CBGBs anymore, but this place still remains. In typical punk rock fashion, the windows have not been cleaned off. They're just spray painted up and down. Years of graffiti have been left here, people leaving their mark outside the front door.
KLX is like the local college radio station. Green Day did a bunch of benefits for them, over here back in the day, secret shows playing, and they're Sweet Children.
The Green Day was originally called Sweet Children until they changed their name. This is the coming attractions, coming band board. Right now the door is locked, so we can't go inside, but through there is the stage, and here's a little bulletin board here on the left as well.
Right here where there's someone just kind of taking, taking your cash, giving you the membership card.
You get a membership card when you're in there?
Yeah.
So you can't go in without a membership card?
Well, I mean, it's $2, so once you get one, you're good for the year. But pretty much right here is the snack bar area. It's an isolated kind of room. There's a wall on the other side of that. Then there's the big showroom where everything is.
So where would the stage be in correlation to where we're at?
All the bands sell their merch and stuff like that on the inside of this. You go inside the door, and then the stage is right here in the corner. Pretty much there's a diagonal cut, pretty much from right here all the way to where the building ends.
Is it the same stage that's always been here?
Always been there.
So right over in that, next to the open door where the canning supplies are.
Pretty much if you keep going this way on that side of the road, on the wall, there's that big sign that says no stage diving. It's been there forever. There's still the Sweet Children tag up above it. I mean, they keep all that stuff here.
The cross streets of Parker and 10th Street is a studio, at least for now, only for a very short time because it's about to close, which is a shame because it has a rich history, including the 1994 album Dookie was recorded right behind those walls. At least the back of the stop sign is adorned with other band stickers prominently. That'll probably stick around for some time.
If they're not going to rent this up or something else, they'll probably just turn it into condos eventually or something.
So one day you could rent an apartment or a condo of this famous recording studio.
Literally just to break like rocks off here and just take them home with them.
Oh, you think people show up and like grab parts of the little mementos, little souvenirs? I guess that makes sense. What other bands recorded their stuff here?
Jawbreaker did Dear You here. At the same time, Rancid did Out Come the Wolves in '95, or maybe it was '94 when they recorded it.
So that Jawbreaker album was mid-90s too, so that was kind of the heyday of
I was all here.
A lot of their stuff.
And they'd walk down to Missouri Lounge right over there after they were done recording to go get a nice cold, tasty beverage.
Since I'm here, it never hurts to check and see if... Nah, it's locked. I see if someone was there, but they're not documenting the moment correctly with that sunburst bursting through the trees. Nice. What happened to the back of your shirt there? It's like you were it's like completely shredded. Were you like mauled by something?
When you bartend really fast, you know, sometimes you rip your clothes like Superman.
The bar you work at, there's like werewolves coming in? Looks like a werewolf.
Yeah, he got me there, got me here too, you know.
Yeah, gotta be careful around the East Bay. Operation Ivy one, little Pinhead Gunpowder, which is Billy's other band. No Green Day in there?
Songwriters, and Beretta. I don't know.
You have so many records, it's hard to keep track.
I know, man.
This is the new stuff he's doing?
Yeah, well that was like...
It's kind of like a more mellow type rock style, right?
Kind of reminds me more of like Warning style.
Oh, Warning style?
Yeah, that's what I can compare it to.
And speaking of, there's a pic from that particular tour. And this one is two-sided. If you flip it over, you got the heart hand grenade right there. Left that area and making my way up the road a bit, just a few miles. Traffic is not going much quicker than a crawl. Best I can tell, the old facade has been torn down from the high school. A lot of construction happening down there. But in 1990, both high school students, Mike and Billy, were rocking out in the courtyard area, which would have been, if I peek up over the fence line, located right down there. All the other students just milling around. A few people were watching them, but the majority were just kind of roaming around the property, not realizing that in 4 short years, that band would be on stage at Woodstock. As you can see, there is a major overhaul happening. Looks totally different. Darkness is starting to rear its head. The sun is setting upon this relatively unused road. Very beat up and broken down. Seen better days. And just as the lyrics state, you see the hills from afar. That could only mean one thing. I am standing on Christie Road, a hangout spot worthy enough to have a song written about it on the album Kerplunk, which I have the cover tattooed on my arm. This is cool. Not gonna lie. This is pretty dang cool. Oh, I just got a bug in my mouth. I never thought I would be standing at this spot after listening to that song thousands of times through my life. I'm here. Take me to the tracks at Christie Road. I made it. Not a bad sunset. Not bad at all. I've been looking for a street sign designating the precise location. Seems as if all the signs have either been stolen or removed. Pretty happy this place exists in real life. Not a made-up story, not something off the top of his head. A real life experience that he put on paper and wrote a song about. And all these years later, anyone can come out here, drive or walk along the pavement, look at the train tracks. It doesn't go very far, and it's connected to a very busy thoroughfare. Relatively unknown to passerbyers, but to those who do know, this is a special place. So cool. After a bit of wandering, a confirmation has just happened. Nice. Now I know it's getting dark and I should wrap this up, but not before seeing what's left of Rod's Hickory Pit, which used to sit right here where this gas station now is. 1987, October 17th, the very first performance by Sweet Children, which they changed their name later to Green Day, happened at this very spot where Billie Joe Armstrong's mother worked as a waitress. How freaking cool is that? That's gonna do it for today. If you're new here, please subscribe. By doing so, helps keep you in the loop and up to date on future endeavors, adventures I will be going on, as well as uploads on this channel. If you enjoyed this particular episode, give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know you care. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.